The Soul That Refuses to Die Part 2.
Morning sunlight spread across the horizon, covering the world in soft gold and marking the beginning of the final day of the boy's 17th year. Jan could feel his heartbeat quickening with anticipation. The day had finally arrived. No mistakes. Everything depended on this single chance. Downstairs, fresh coffee waited as always. Beneath the cup sat a note from Matilda, explaining she had gone into town and would return later that evening. Fingers tightened around the paper. The tension eased. Everything was going according to plan. Then the room spun. Darkness closed in around the edges of his vision. Numbness spread through his body as though blood had suddenly abandoned every limb. A hand reached for the table. Too late. The floor rose to meet him. Eyes opened slowly. Bed confusion. Then David, standing across the room, watching silently. Cold expression. A slight movement of the wrist slammed the door shut. Step. Another. Anger seemed to ripple through the air itself. Objects on shelves began trembling, shaking, jumping. One after another crashed against the floor.
How? How are you doing this?
Jan stared in disbelief.
Haven't you ever heard of a poltergeist?
Came the cold reply. Before another word could be spoken, an unseen force wrapped around his throat. The body flew upward, slammed against the ceiling, then crashed into a wardrobe that collapsed on top of him, pinned beneath the weight. Breath came in painful bursts.
So, it was you!
A cough interrupted the words.
All this time, you were playing with my mind, making me think I was losing it. Part of me knew something was moving through the house, watching from the shadows.
What am I?
David demanded.
Why can you still see and touch me?
You're an illusion.
A weak laugh escaped him.
Something caught between life and death, neither here nor beyond. The connection to your body hasn't fully broken yet. That's why your flesh still feels real.
Eyes lifted toward him.
But once I enter that body, your soul will finally continue on its path.
The sorcerer dragged himself out from beneath the broken furniture. Confidence slowly returned.
You have no chance against me. I've watched countless lives begin and end. I possess knowledge few have ever touched.
You're a pathetic old man who refuses to accept that his time is over.
David shouted.
Your place in this world disappeared long ago. You don't have the courage to face death herself, so you keep running like a coward. One day it will catch you, and there will be nowhere left to hide.
Jan's fists tightened.
If you insist on doing this the hard way, so be it.
The voice became rougher, crueler.
O cursed and rebellious spirit who rises against me and refuses obedience by the power of my Creator and Maker, before whom no living being can stand, I condemn you to the depths of darkness, to remain there bound in chains, in fire and sulfur.
A deep silence fell. The tension thickened the air, making it dense and heavy. The sorcerer trembled with anticipation, but the only thing that followed was an agonizing absence of anything at all.
How is this possible?
Came the whispered disbelief as weakness spread through his legs.
The only way it couldn't work is if... Oh no!
Suddenly, everything became clear, like pieces of a puzzle falling into place. The truth sharpened.
You killed me! You cursed fools!
Shock and fear crossed Jan's face at first. The revelation had shattered the plan, but the old mind quickly found another path, and this one looked even more dangerous.
So be it. You brought this upon yourselves.
A sly smile crept across the magician's lips. The moment awareness of his true nature settled in, something changed. Power. Until now, it had been confined by human flesh. No longer bound by a body, there were no limits. The spirit rushed toward David and slammed into him with enough force to knock him to the floor. Fingers dug into his shoulders before hurling him straight through the wall. Then movement stopped. Someone stood in the hallway outside the bedroom. Matilda.
I command you, rebellious spirit, by the ancient and unspoken names of the greatest Lord of Kings, obey my will, and let my word become your law.
Her voice echoed through the house with a strength that should not have belonged to someone frozen in terror. A heavy book rested in trembling hands as the reading continued. Defiance ignited the sorcerer's fury. Hatred burned in his stare as the sky outside darkened without warning. Lightning tore across the heavens, while thunder screamed through the house, stabbing into Matilda's ears.
You truly believe you can command me? Your madness astonishes me! Give up now and I may spare you!
Slow steps carried Yan closer. With every movement, the storm outside grew wilder. Hurricane winds battered the house as though trying to tear it from its foundations. Fear shook Matilda, but retreat never came. Pulling out the pentacle, prepared for the ritual, she raised it directly toward her enemy.
If you refuse to obey,
The words emerged with surprising steadiness.
I condemn you to spend eternity stripped of all knowledge and power, cast into the bottomless lake of fire and sulfur prepared for all rebellious spirits. Let the heavenly hosts, together with the sun, moon, and stars, curse you to burn in eternal flames.
The sight of the symbol stopped him instantly. Pain exploded across his face. Groans escaped as retreat became unavoidable. With a piercing scream, lightning crashed through the window, shattering glass into countless fragments. The thunder that followed shook the floor beneath their feet.
Who are you to command me? What authority do you have over the beyond? A brainless servant who learned to read without understanding. Where I send you, neither sun nor moon will ever be seen again. Not even the hosts of heaven will save you.
Fists slammed into the floor. Fire burned beneath the magician's skin. Sparks and flames burst from everything touched by his hands. Terrified yet, carried by hope, Matilda kept reading.
Be cursed and condemned forever. May endless agony torment you. May you seek peace day and night, yet never find it, unless you obey at once the bearer of the seal created by the one who makes the universe itself tremble. By the power of the three first causes, we strip you of rank and dignity and cast you into the abyss to burn and suffer.
The relentless wind poured through the shattered window and wrapped itself around Yan. Fire and storm merged into one monstrous force. The power lifted him from the ground. Only a helpless scream remained, sealed forever into the walls of the house. Then silence returned. The magician collapsed onto the floor, curled up and broken.
Tell me what you want, senile witch!
Break the spell keeping David from returning to his body. Then you will leave this house forever and never come back.
From the corner of the room, the boy watched in silence, anticipation tightening inside him. Suddenly, laughter broke out, soft, mocking.
I can't break the spell as a ghost. Either you return me to my body, or Matilda must undo it herself.
We're not putting him back into his body.
David objected.
If he regains his powers, he'll start casting spells again, and we won't stop him.
Tell me how.
The command left Matilda's lips immediately.
Go to the boy's room. Near the desk, there is a loose floorboard. Underneath it, you'll find a small doll. Throw it into the river.
You can't leave the house!
David protested.
What if you lose control over him?
There must be another way.
Her eyes shifted back toward Yan.
Can't we simply burn it?
Laughter returned once more. Burn it if you wish. The doll is still tied to his body. The moment it burns, the body will burn with it. I'm afraid there is no other way.
David and Matilda exchanged a silent glance, unsure what decision to make.
Let's go to my room and see if something is really hidden there.
I order you to stay here and not move even a single inch until we return.
Matilda commanded the bound spirit.
Of course.
Came the reply, a sly smile forming. They headed toward the boy's bedroom. He found the hidden spot without hesitation and pulled out the doll. The moment his fingers touched it, dark forces slammed into him. He collapsed to the floor, stunned.
David, no.
Matilda rushed forward, fear tightening her voice. She snatched the doll from his hands, but in the struggle, it slipped and hit the floor. The air shifted instantly, as if something inside the house had just come undone.
Matilda, don't drop the pentacle.
David shouted.
Oh God.
She grabbed it immediately.
Too late. I can't feel him anymore. Yan, he's back in his body. The ritual has begun. We only have one chance now.
No, we can't do it. The price is too high.
We don't have a choice.
Before the last words left the boy's mouth, an invisible force yanked him off the ground and pinned him to the wall with black bindings that seemed to rise from nowhere. A heavy wardrobe crashed down onto Matilda. Her final scream broke mid-word.
Pry.
Yan had laid the body on a clean white cloth, soaked in wax and honey. Candles burned in a perfect pentagram around him. A black robe covered his form, the hood hiding his face.
Now, finally.
He thought, continuing the ritual. A cold breath swept through the room. Something moved in the shadows.
Whoever you are, you will not interrupt my ritual. Leave before you feel my wrath.
The darkness answered. A tall figure emerged, male in shape, but crowned with a lion's head and griffin wings. The air itself bent around it. Yan stepped back.
You have no power here. We summoned you. We can bind you.
Are you certain?
The voice struck like a deep silence. Yan hesitated. For the first time, certainty cracked. The creature advanced. Its gaze fell on the body, a smile revealing sharp teeth.
So, this is your new form?
Yes, and you will not stop me.
I am not here to stop you.
Yan narrowed his eyes.
Then what do you want?
To help you.
The voice softened, almost soothing now, like honey poured into darkness.
Why?
I see something extraordinary in you. A mind that outlived time itself. Youth that refuses to fade. Tell me, what do you desire most?
The lion-headed being leaned closer, its presence intoxicating, almost intimate in its pressure.
Do not fear saying it. I will not judge you.
Something in the tone changed, gentler, almost human, and for the first time, Yan did not sense an enemy, only possibility. In the shadows below, David and Matilda watched, barely breathing.
I want to never grow old, to keep my strength and energy forever, to have a charisma no one can resist and endless wealth.
I am not speaking of fleeting earthly things that return to dust.
The creature replied.
Time is an illusion. Beyond this world, power does not rule. Youth and wealth are desires of the mortal shell. Tell me, what does your soul truly long for?
Silence. Even though he knew the answer, Yan hesitated. No one had ever reached this deep into him.
I want to be the master of the world.
The winged being extended its hand. Yan took it, as if moving through a dream.
I offer you my legion. You will become far more than you are now. A force no longer bound by this world or the next. I can give you eternity, endless power, knowledge, pleasure. No one will ever stand above you again. Give me your soul, and you will remain young, untouchable, eternal. Free from death and time itself. Do you really believe this world can offer you anything close to what I give you? Leave the boy. You will not need him anymore. Serve me, and everything you have ever desired will be yours.
He is refusing the deal.
Matilda cried in panic. David looked at her, pain flickering across his face. The words echoed inside Yan's mind like a poisoned whisper. His heart pounded as desire and fear tangled together, shaping visions he could not escape. Immortality, power without end, a self that would never decay, and yet something inside him tightened in resistance. This was not merely an exchange of power. It was a lock placed on eternity itself. Once accepted, there would be no return. The prince felt his hesitation, and it amused him. He could hear thoughts now, slipping through the magician's mind like invisible tendrils, coiling through fear, desire, doubt, guiding every fracture of will toward darkness.
No!
Yan suddenly shouted and tore his hand away. The creature's face twisted into something grotesque. A roar shook the house.
You will never command me. We were made to rule this world. Beings like you exist only to serve. The earth will become my throne.
Claws tore into the floor.
Pride blinds, greed corrupts, power poisons.
The creature replied, calmly.
Even if 100 of you stood against me, I would erase you with a gesture. I command legions. I have ruled the South since before memory itself began. My name carries terror. Even the bravest tremble at it. No mortal holds authority over me.
Its eyes flared.
Go. Reclaim your body before it is too late.
David ran forward, hope breaking through the fear.
Let me take what is rightfully mine.
He muttered. Yan stared at him in shock, then shifted his gaze toward Matilda.
What are you doing here?
He snapped.
You should have stopped when you still could. None of this had to happen.
You've lost your mind.
No, it's already done. Stop this!
Idiots! You have no idea what you've done. The pact binds him to you forever. The black mark stays on the soul.
His gaze locked on David.
No matter what it gives you, the price will be far higher.
I broke the spell keeping you from your body. Go. Take it back.
The spirit knelt before the pale body. A faint light shimmered above it, like a door opening into another world. One step, then another. The change came instantly. Weight returned. Air filled lungs that had forgotten breathing. A heartbeat returned, steady and real. Eyes opened slowly. The world was too bright, too sharp, too loud. Fingers moved. They were real. A life broke out, almost a laugh.
It's me again!
David whispered, relieved. Yan froze. Years of planning collapsed in a single moment. For the first time, something unfamiliar cracked through him. Fear.
Even if I refused the deal, you would have taken me anyway.
If you had accepted, you would have entered my legion as a knight. Now you will be just another soul among many.
Yan clenched his fists.
You can take my body! You can drag it into your kingdom of agony! But you will never own my soul! I will fight until the end!
He raised his hand.
I bind you, infernal abomination, by the name written in heaven among the signs of the Malachim!
The voice trembled. The king laughed.
You think words can stop me? Show me what you can do!
The creature advanced. The ground split beneath Yan's feet. Dozens of thin hands emerged from the cracks, waiting. Not pulling, only waiting. He ran. Arrows struck the beast and bounced off. A silver sword shattered on impact. For the first time, Yan hesitated. He grabbed the poisoned chalice from the ritual.
Stop!
The lion-headed being snapped and knocked it away. The liquid spilled across the floor. The small creatures circled them, chanting a grotesque hymn. Fire crawled across the ground like a living wound. A chasm opened beneath them. The king seized Yan by the throat and lifted him effortlessly. Griffin wings wrapped around him in burning light. For the first time in his life, there was fear in Yan's eyes. The earth split wider. The creature descended into the abyss, taking its prey with it. But nothing Ruxer remained. Matilda rushed forward and embraced David. For the first time in a long while, she felt the warmth of his body against hers.
We have done it!
He said, his voice bright, with a strange, almost childlike relief. Yet, there was no joy in her eyes, only unease.
We should not have done this.
She whispered. He smiled faintly.
I have never felt so alive. To breathe again, to feel the world.
But at what price?
The woman said, her voice trembling.
You have promised the soul of your firstborn child. How are we to live with such a burden?
The boy's smile faltered, slowly, as if the words were heavier than his body. He stepped back.
Do not dwell on it. No one knows what the future will bring. We are free now. That is enough.
After a moment, he added,
Yan has left us his fortune.
May God have mercy on us.
She whispered, tightening her grip on his hand, as though she might hold back time itself. To be continued.
Did David escape his nightmare, or did he just enter a bigger one? I left several clues about the creature's identity. Did you figure out who it was?